Okay, factory tour part 2. Mine bus is the same, you know, trains are all the same, importing my materials, kind of have a lot more of them, and I've added like sulfur export, circuits, and artillery, all that good stuff. I upgraded all of my sidewalks to refined concrete after I made this cool concrete factory up here. It makes way more concrete than I'll literally ever need. It's turning this entire patch of got 8.6 million iron into just concrete. So yeah, eventually I'll probably add more, but for now it just helps me run fast. I think this is mostly all the same. Probably the first major change was I redid the labs. It's all beaconed and uses robots to manage how many science packs you have. I don't know, I probably had like 20 or 24 labs previously, and I think these 8 consume more science than those ones. And it's actually way more than I can actually produce. So in reality, I should probably only have like 3 of these, maybe 4. But in small bursts, I can consume maybe about 200 science per minute. But yeah, I've also kind of changed a few factories here and there with beaconed module setups. Some of the green circuit factories, the yellow science is reduced down to just 1 rather than like 9, 8 or something like that. Same with blue circuits. But last time my bus basically ended here and all of this was empty, and I had a big red circuit factory here. These aren't running right now, but I tested a huge build, and this actually produces 1 blue belt of red science, but it's not running right now because I actually moved most of my green and red circuit production off the main bus. I'll show you that in a bit. But I've come down here. I've got, this is where I kind of built all the supplies for nuclear power, single speed modules for rocket control units, accumulators for satellites. Here's kind of my main blue circuit factory. I haven't moduled that yet. I really should. But all of these go into modules, which are super expensive and super slow to make, but you need a ton of them in the late game. So here's kind of just like 3 identical setups for speed, production, and efficiency modules. I rarely ever use these, so it's mostly these 2. But it goes like 1, and you have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 factories feeding 5 speed 2 factories, which are all just feeding these speed 3 modules. And I really only take these ones, but it takes forever to make, a decent amount. So then over here is my launch pad. So fully beaconed, you save a ton of resources this way. You get a lot of free resources this way. But right now I have it not launching all the time because I actually launched a ton of them, and I think I have like 40K space science just kind of sitting in chests because I can't actually consume it fast enough. So it's on pause until I get low on science, right? Just science is less than 4,000. It'll go off. So we're making low density units and rocket control units and satellites. This, I think when it's running full blast, I think I can launch a rocket every about 6 minutes right now. But that's way more space science than I need. So we can take a look at the map. I mean, the other huge thing is the train network is pretty substantially increased. Shit. Getting pretty. Oh, Fuck, they ran out of... Oh wow, it's an old chest. I never got switched over to robots. I guess we can run and check out the power. Here's the old power setup. I still had all of this. I think I added a lot of the other on this side of the this one got away. But yeah, I think I had these ones the last time I did this, and then I've added these units, and then I was still running out of quite a bit of power. So I built my whole nuclear setup, which I really enjoyed nuclear. It's a complex, fun problem. The ratios are fun, and they just look sweet. But yeah, I have a 10 reactor setup. You get a bonus for neighboring reactors, so you kind of always do it in this like 2x2 rows. And then it has to be built on top of a lake because of how much water these boilers, heat exchangers, consume. So each row gets its own water pump because it literally chews through all of it. And if you have basically any pipes between here and your heat exchangers, you don't get enough throughput of water. So just build it on top of the lake to cut that problem out. Circuit networks control all the arms inserting fuel cells. Reactors will always keep consuming fuel cells, even if you're full of steam or not consuming the steam, it'll just always burn cells. So you kind of want to make sure it's only burning cells if you're kind of using steam. So my solution to that is I just kind of buffer a bunch of steam, which it's actually buffering almost the exact amount of steam one cycle takes up. So I burn a fuel cell, save all the steam, and as soon as the steam burns off, I generate more. Late game, I guess like mega factories, you're not really supposed to do this because of FPS issues, buffering steam, but for this it's fine. Doesn't really matter right now. I rarely have to come down here. This thing's pretty set and forget. The robots really handle everything. I guess we'll run over to the circuit factory. One of the biggest changes I made that allowed me to get to like the 60 to 70 science per minute that my factory is running at now is moving the circuits off the bus because it was just hogging all of my resources. So nothing else was able to run just on the raw circuits I needed for modules and launching rockets. I was launching excessive amounts of rockets, but even then you want a lot of modules, so I didn't want to wait around all the time. So I built this thing. It's kind of set up to go green, red, green, red, and then blue will be over here. Blue needs a lot of space. But what we have over here is I'm bringing in 8 lanes of copper, 8 lanes of iron via train, and each one of these produces 1 lane of green circuits. So total of 8 here. I'm taking 4 to the main bus back up there, and then 2 are going to these. I'm actually not using these 2 yet. They'll kind of go into when I add more red circuits. For now, I only have 1 factory producing 1 blue belt of red circuits, and that's plenty for now. But I have the green circuits and the plastic ability to do 2 blue belts of red circuits. I don't have this section turned on. I'm just not using those. But so I make all the plastic locally. So I pull in the petroleum and the coal. These guys pump that out. I'm leaving a ton of space for blue because it's going to need like 5 green circuit factories. and I think an entire blue belt of red circuits. So I'll just make those specifically for the blues, just so they don't take away from that. But yeah, so that's kind of what that station sort of looks like. Comes off here and does that. I think last time my rails were from about here, and this stuff, not the uranium. The uranium I added, and then I think just this stone outpost. But I've added this copper outpost, the iron mines. I've added 2 more oil here and here. I think previously I was only using this one. The reactors, this whole thing, and then I'm heading out this way. And then I need to go kind of this way as well. I actually might not go up that way. I'll probably make a split up here. So generally, I think last time my wall kind of was right here, and then this was all biter territory. I've obviously claimed that and blocked off this south area, so nothing can get back in. I'll make a bunch more of these like perimeter walls, but it's just robot controlled artillery that kills any biter bases within there. This red range, so biter bases can't come in here anymore. And then just lots and lots of turrets and robots. Kind of a big long wall. And then 3 artilleries. I'm gonna kind of scout it out, up here. I've decided I want to kind of go this way, and I'm gonna block off kind of here. And I'll make a wall here, a wall here, and a wall here. And that should give me all of this to build within, which, hopefully enough. I'll probably, landfill this and landfill that, kind of keep adding more space. But my plan is more or less I'm going to take each science factory and give it its own station, kind of similar to this one, but I'll have a specific huge area for just science, then just green science, then just blue science, and make each factory able to produce about 1,000 per minute. And then kind of after that, all I have to do is make sure I have the resources to fuel that. And that should hopefully help me meet my goal. Sounds easy, but I'm sure there'll be more challenges than I'm anticipating. But yeah, I'll kind of just I'll build kind of like cells as I'm going out this way, probably. Maybe some will be longer, some will be small, whatever. Beacon smelting. So instead of using like hundreds of smelters, you just beacon that. You get free iron that way too. Cheap. Uranium mining, bringing in the sulfur, mining it, Covarex, fuel cells. I only need one of these to make all the fuel cells I'll ever need. This is also another smelted mining beaconed mining operation. Haven't done that for copper. Steel. This steel thing is still running. Probably need to speed up some of these guys, but still going. Let's see. I beaconed oil and my cracking, because I think I had 10 of these, and then I had 20, but then I just tore it all down and beaconed 10, which I think is about the equivalent. It's about 40 or so refineries. I haven't beaconed these plastic factories yet, but you can see I'm only using like 2 or 3 because most of the plastic you use goes into red circuits, and so that's down here. Yeah, I don't know. That's about it. A couple cool things is I've set up, my iron. Both of these iron mines are named the same thing, which means by default the trains will kind of go to the closest one. But since my closest one is my smaller patch, sometimes you don't have enough resources for it to fill up. So what I can do is, with circuit network, I can tell it not to. They can turn off the train station and tell the trains not to come. Yeah. That's where I'm at.